As South Korea and the European Union look ahead to a more uncertain global landscape, cooperation between Seoul and Brussels takes on even more urgency across security, technology, and economic resilience. Our Oh Soo-young sat down with the EU ambassador to Korea to hear his outlook for the new year.
Seoul and Brussels face greater strategic challenges in 2026, rendering value-based cooperation more crucial than ever. That's according to Europe's top envoy in Seoul, Ambassador Ugo Astuto, speaking with ArirangNews.
Well, I think it's absolutely essential that two like-minded democracies and advanced economies such as the EU and Korea work together. As I said earlier, we are facing headwinds in the international scene. So that's a moment where friends and partners need to come together. And we do. I'm glad to say we do.
A veteran European diplomat, Astuto took up his post in Seoul last year after holding senior Asia-Pacific roles at both the European External Action Service and Italy's Foreign Ministry. In his outlook for the new year, Astuto points first to security as the major common challenge ahead.
And when it comes to security interests, we're seeing boundaries are really blurring when it comes to common security interests for the Euro-Atlantic region and the Indo-Pacific region as well. And in terms of North Korea and Russia's military collaboration, how concerned are you and how far do you think it could potentially go?
Look, we are very concerned. This security nexus, which is getting stronger by the day. When you look at the support that North Korea has been offering to Russia and its aggression against Ukraine, we all know that North Korea is getting something in return: economic support, energy, foodstuff, and I sense military technology. We don't know how far Russia can go, but we all know that Russia doesn't have many scruples in that respect. So I think we have reasons to be concerned, and we have reason to try to monitor together this development and to try to mitigate the consequences, not just in the peninsula but worldwide. It's already the strategic concept, the NATO strategic concept of 2022.
He noted Seoul and Brussels are already strengthening their response.
We have a strategic partnership since a number of years, and we have a collaboration which is broad and broadening. Last year, actually in 2024, we signed a security and defense partnership. We are working on that to expand it to cover a number of very relevant grounds, from cybersecurity, foreign information manipulation, interference. And we work together to uphold the multilateral system of international governance.
Shared concerns also extend to economic security. Korea and the EU have set up a working group on emerging economic issues.
Indeed, over the past few years, we have seen economic coercion becoming the norm rather than the exception. Most recently with rare earths, raw materials in general terms. Again, as advanced democracy, we must have reliable supply chains in place, and this means that we can work together at de-risking, for instance, making sure that we have a reliable network of suppliers in place when it comes to raw materials, to those essential items which will be key for the fourth industrial revolution, which are already proving key for the most innovative parts of our economies.
Astuto is working to tighten cooperation in strategic sectors, particularly technology and innovation, given Korea's participation in the EU's €9.5 billion Horizon Research Programme.
I'm really very happy to congratulate Korea for its joining as a full associate member. It's the first Asian country to do so. I think it's fair to say that particularly in the green and digital transition we can do much. These are the aspects which are most relevant for the transformation of our economies in the coming years. There are topics such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing.
Climate cooperation is another key sector for Astuto.
We see, based on most estimates, that we're not going to respect the targets set in Paris unless we all make collectively a genuine additional effort. And again, I think Korea and the European Union can be pioneers in that respect.
At a time of accelerating change, Astuto says the moment now calls for renewed momentum in cooperation.
We organized not so long ago in Brussels the 4th edition of the Indo-Pacific Forum. And I'm happy to say that Korea is one of the major participants of this gathering. It's about discussing how we can together foster respect for the UN Charter, first of all, but also development, connectivity, sustainable development, how to work together against climate change, against the challenge of pollution, of biodiversity loss. So quite a number of common challenges that we can address together. And all of this is relevant for the work of the team here and myself personally.
Based on strong frameworks and agreements, the ambassador says his mission in Seoul is to ensure that the Korea-EU partnership operates at its full potential. Oh Seong, ArirangNews.